Were they really chanting Betty White's name during the third period of the game this afternoon?
You heard it too, huh?
2022 just isn't going to be the same without Rose in our lives.
Thank you for being a friend.
Everybody's hands go up, way up, as the first time in over 2 weeks, the Nashville Predators win a game as they defeat the Chicago Blackhawks Saturday afternoon inside Bridgestone Arena. After a short losing streak that followed a temporary pause, the Preds start 2022, a new year, fresh as a daisy, beating up on an old foe from inside the Central Division. Happy New Year, Preds Nation. I hope all of you had a safe and fun night last night in and around Nashville, where you are actually allowed to have fun. Not like those of us in Canada, but I am not about to delve into politics right now when there's something more enjoyable to talk about. New Year, same old COVID news as Dante Fabro joins the Preds COVID list, but on the bright side, Roman Josi and Colton Sissons return to the Preds lineup, and if the last 2 games have anything to show, number 10 and more importantly, number 59 are essential to the success of this roster for the long term this season. Right off the hopper, new year, same old number 9, off of a pass from Matt Duchene, who's getting spun around by a Blackhawks defenseman. The puck lands on Philip Forsberg's stick. He beats Colin Delia, who is a net for the Blackhawks, their third string goalie, as their number 1 goalie, Marc-Andre Fleury, and a number 2 goalie, Kevin Lankinen, were both out due to COVID. Forsberg gives the Preds that early lead, gets them off on the right foot, 1-0. The countdown is on as that goal puts Forsberg 17 back of tying David Legwand and 18 back of taking the lead for all-time Preds goal scorer. Just under 5 minutes in, it looks like the Preds are going to get a power play as Seth Jones gets called for slashing Philip Tomasino. But in his infinite wisdom, Michael McCarron gets called for unsportsmanlike conduct against Carrier of the Blackhawks, so these 2 teams will play 4-on-4. But that's no big issue for this Preds team, as just over a minute later, Forsberg wrist shot goes into the corner behind the net, and Forsberg follows after it and goes behind the net and gets the puck out to Ryan Johansson all alone, untouched, as he goes in on Delia, slips it backhand so beautifully. 2-0 Preds. Just about halfway through the first, we have consecutive Preds penalties of Josi for holding on Kubalik and Philip Myers for interference on Brandon Hagel. And while it's all nice and well and dandy that the Preds killed both of those off, improving their penalty kill, I'd rather them create more momentum to start the game by creating chances and staying out of the box rather than using up time trying to kill penalties. Against a much better team, you're likely to struggle and lose more games than you win, so try not to do that so much moving forward. Okay, guys? Fortunately, the Preds would get rewarded with a power play of their own for their hard work. Dylan Strome gets called for tripping one Colton Sissons, and on the ensuing power play, down low, Colin Delia appears to be down and out. Not injured, just down and out of the play, not able to make the save, but somehow he makes a save on Philip Tomasino, but the puck comes back to the blue line, and Matthias Ekholm takes a shot. It's in. Nick Cousins would take credit in that moment, knowing that he tipped it, and yes, would later be rewarded with being called for the 3-0 goal. Preds lead 3-0 after 1 period, despite being outshot by the Blackhawks 15-7. Second period, new Blackhawks goalie in net as Soderblom takes over for Delia. Same old Preds offense. Considering the Preds are now shooting on the Blackhawks' 4th string goalie on the depth chart, the following offense should come as no surprise to anybody. They pick up right where they left off in the first period. Now it's the Herd line that wants in on the action, as in the Preds defensive zone, Tanner Jeannot jumps up and catches the puck out of the air, puts it down to his stick, and gets it over to Yakov Trenin. And he has a 2-on-1 developing with him, and he passes the puck over to his teammate, Colton Sissons, who gets a one-time pass on Soderblom, who makes the save, but the rebound goes behind the net, and Colton Sissons' momentum carries him behind the net, but he has the presence of mind to get control of the puck, back out to Tanner Jeannot, who followed up the puck to the net, gets it, beats Soderblom 4-0 Preds. Just a matter of 4 minutes into the second period, in a matter of just 31 seconds, the Blackhawks take consecutive penalties, putting the Preds on a 5-on-3 power play. And though they don't score on the initial 5-on-3, during the 5-on-4 power play that would remain on the back half, after getting the puck back to him by his teammate, number 92, Ryan Johansson, the captain, takes a blast from the point, beats Soderblom 5-0 Preds. It cannot be repeated enough how much this team missed their captain. Fast forward to under 5 minutes left to go in the second period. The Blackhawks have a 2-on-1 into the Preds zone as Brandon Hagel gets it over to his captain, Jonathan Toews, but he's turned away by one UC Saros. Blackhawks continue to be that annoying, festering, pesky bunch, and the Preds get lazy, and the Blackhawks capitalize as Kurisev gets one of the 5 goals the Preds have scored back for the Blackhawks, cutting the lead to 5-1. Fortunately, no immediate momentum sparked for the Blackhawks, and the Preds seem to wake up and realize they're the Preds and they're the Blackhawks, and still maintain their 5-1 lead after 2 periods. Third period begins, and for the third time today, the Preds begin a period off on a positive note. Number 5, Matt Benning gets control of the puck just inside the blue line, and he gets a shot off directed at the net at Soderblom. And wouldn't you know it, it's everyone's favorite amongst Preds Nation at least, and get used to hearing this, Preds Nation, if he continues to keep up this offensive attack that he has within him. Number 84, Tanner Jeannot, off of the shot from Matt Benning, tips it home past Soderblom, 6-1 Preds. Soon after that, the Preds are forced to kill off a Michael McCarron penalty, and despite being up by 5 goals, it truly is amazing, truly beautiful how some goalies can just stay locked in mindset, just locked in on the puck, like they don't want to allow another goal once they've let in one, because Saros is down and out, the net is knocked off, and he doesn't realize it, but he still is making clutch saves. Preds would kill off McCarron's penalty, and once again, for the third period, the Blackhawks keep up the majority of the shots, despite the fact that they can't really convert because they don't have either their number 1 or number 2 goalie in net. And Philip Myers would also take a Preds penalty to round out the game. Preds kill that off for a perfect penalty kill evening for their stats and beat the Blackhawks 6-1. Despite being outshot badly by an undermanned Blackhawks team, 38-24 for the game, if you consider who the Blackhawks had in their net, on the rest of the roster, they had a pretty healthy lineup. So props to the Preds stepping up in the moment and taking advantage of what was presented in front of them. Preds specialty teams on the evening couldn't have played much better. They went 2 for 3 on the power play and killed off all 4 Blackhawks power plays. In their last 7 games, the Preds opponents have gone 1 for 28 on the power play. Also in that time, the Preds penalty kill amongst other teams in the league has climbed the rankings to a respectable 11th, while their power play hasn't suffered and still sits a respectable 6th. Special teams will be key if the Preds wish for continued success as they start a 3-game road trip that continues 2 buildings that they regularly have struggles in winning, with Vegas on Tuesday and in Los Angeles Thursday night. And don't look now, Preds fans. I don't remember the last time we had a player who was in consideration for this trophy, but as the PFR title signals, Tanner Jeannot has now moved into a tie for first in goals amongst all rookies, and he's 4th in points. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, click like if you liked this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. You can find my social media by clicking on the channel name. Tell all your friends about Redemption. And Preds Nation, if only for a few hours before the Blues Wild game where the Blues retook the lead, I like seeing the Preds atop the Central Division. Hopefully we see more of that further into 2022.